Hey everyone, it's Anna from Dazzling Books. I hope you are doing well. Today I am going to be sharing with you my thoughts on the long-awaited release from John Green with his book called Turtles All the Way Down. You might have seen this everywhere because it's so popular, but if you're like me and you're hesitant to pick this up because what is Turtles All the Way Down? Like, why is that so foreign? Or because you heard that this book has Star Wars fanfiction and you for some reason don't like Star Wars like me, and you think it's going to be a big thing in the book that will prevent you from liking the book. Well, it's not. It is there and it means something to the story, but it's not the biggest thing, and you don't need to worry about not knowing the references or something like that. So just have more faith that it's a John Green book and pick it up. It's a very personal book for John Green because the character in this book, Asa, she has OCD, and in this book we get to know her inner dialogue and her struggle with OCD and how it affects her relationship with other people in her life. But it's not only about that, it's about friendship, and it's also about Asa being a teenager and having an adventure. She and her best friend Daisy in this book tries to solve why this billionaire in her city went disappearing, and because Asa knows the son of this billionaire, the best friend Daisy urged Asa to kind of get the clues from the billionaire's son so that they both, Asa and Daisy, can solve the mystery and get a prize for solving the mystery. And that meeting with the billionaire's son kind of reconnects Asa with that person, Davis. This book is more about the personal journey of Asa and not much about like action-packed roller coaster mystery solving book, but it was nonetheless very interesting to read about, or interesting to experience, because John Green books always makes me think like a lot, and I really like it because I used Post-it and just wrote about my comments and my own reaction to the topics that he brought up in the book. And that was really something because not only I was consuming the text, but I was also responding to the text. Like, I was there not only as the character, but I was there as me, as Hannah, and I was just like responding to what is going on and my thoughts on things that are happening in the book. And it was the first time that I responded that way to a book. This book is unlike John Green's other books because John Green is popular for his witty and funny and quirky observation and inner monologues and jokes, but this book has less of those things because this book, you know, Asa in this book, she experiences a lot of thought spiral, and it hurt to read because I was also experiencing her confusion and her battle with herself, like her argument with herself and her frustration with herself, and it hurt because as a reader I couldn't do anything. I just rooted for Asa. And also it's very much a John Green book where there are random moments in the book or random facts that are thrown into the book, but by the end of it, these random moments and random facts get wrapped together in a very nice and personal way so that it has significance personally to these characters, and those moments always blow my mind and I really like it. I know that I'm very vague about what's happening in the book, but rather than me trying to like dissect the writing or the plot or the characters, but it's more of the feeling and the experience of the book that I'm sharing. The friendship and the relationship in this book was fascinating for me because it felt real, but at the same time the characters don't feel real. Now that's really weird, but it's true. Sometimes there are moments regarding the friendship that hurt and was just very real to me. The way we see the relationship is that the relationship is about two people who knows each other, who decides to kind of lean in towards each other, and I really like that. But at the same time, the John Green's characters, they're so eloquent, they're so confident in what they're saying and not afraid of what other people think, and they remember references and facts on top of their head. And maybe there are other people who are admirably like that in real life, who are like 16 too. And I'm not used to teenagers having that much self-confidence and kind of being very philosophical like that. It was a bit hard for me to buy into what they're saying. Sometimes I found it a bit cliche and just like, oh, this is just what's gonna happen in the book and not in real life. So yeah, there are moments that are so true, there are moments that I couldn't buy, and I didn't have a lot of expectation for the ending, but what I was given I was satisfied with, because I think John Green tries to give the message that mental illness isn't something that you get over with, or isn't something that you can do something about it and then it will go away forever and everything is going to be fine, or after you struggle then life will reward you. Instead, he's saying that you're not alone, you deserve help. You are probably going to struggle a lot, but you're gonna feel better. Sometimes you're gonna feel worse, but the point is that you are going to go on, and that life is going to go on, and that this mental illness might be a part of you, but it doesn't define you, and that it shouldn't stop you from loving and from finding love and from feeling love and from experiencing life. And I thought it was beautiful. I think there was a moment when I finished the book, I just put the book down, lay down on my bed, look up at the ceiling, and exhale loudly. It's like the feeling after you hear something that you really need to hear, and at first your reaction is either to be defensive or be totally flattened by what that person just said to you. But then after that, there's like this huge relief and a moment of peacefulness, and that was what I felt after reading the book. So I give it 4 stars after all, and I enjoyed it. You will probably see me and other people quoting a lot from the book. There are quotable moments and lines, and that's great. I hope that by now you are more interested in picking this book up, or if you have read the book, then you get my perspective on how I experienced the book. I hope you find this kind of video or review interesting. I will see you in my next video. Until then, happy reading. Goodbye.